players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. Tari Easton is out there with Alperen Sengun. And it's KD in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Trent on the wing. He's joined by Kuzma. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. And it's Evans in at the 1. While the season just started, GA, we have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intense media scrutiny, social media, news travels fast.
So the Rockets win the tip. Van Vliet outside. And the layup falls. Van Vliet's got the first points up on the board here for Houston.
The defense gets physical inside, and guess what? The tenacious Fred Van Vliet ready for it.
And MP with the basket on the assist by Giannis.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Pass to Sengun. Van Vliet left side. Off target from outside. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Win after win, these guys now have 9 straight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Now here's Antetokounmpo, and that's Evans penetrating. Here's Trent. It's rebounded by Amen Thompson. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, after giving up Damian Lillard to the wave and stretch, the Bucks are going point guard by committee, with Kevin Porter Jr., Cole Anthony, and Ryan Rollins all contributing. And I expect we'll see the ball in Giannis' hands early and often.
He knows his stuff. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. And so it's Houston with it after the basket by Milwaukee. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Trent passes to Evans. To the middle. It's stolen by Eason. One-on-one fast break. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. Coach and I talked about what it's like competing against Grant, and he said his attention to detail, his dedication to the craft, it's second to none. You have to have your A game because nobody loves ball more than Kevin Durant. It brings out the best of you as an opponent, too. It's no secret KD is obsessed with basketball. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's KD following the bucket by the Bucks. And Vliet on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And here is MP. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. 5 to shoot. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
And you look at the long strides and athleticism of Antetokounmpo. He gets coming at that goal. It's hard to stop him.
Rockets trail by 7. Thompson outside. Outside Durant. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Good on the three-point shot. Van Vliet's got 5 points so far.
Few players shoot it with as much arc as Van Vliet does. That thing brings rain when he shoots it.
Back to Evans. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Van Vliet. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Durant's shot is good.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Here's MP. He's got 9. Oh, Turner in position. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
When you talk about him, Thompson, Clark, one of my favorite players. This kid is great.
Yeah, he's a joy to watch. I mean, for as young as he is, the way he gets after it defensively, the way he attacks the rim, he plays with a verve and confidence that belies his youth, man. He's a special talent, a freak athlete, exceptional at the defensive end already. And his offense is only going to continue to develop. Boy, that guy could be scary. MP, a showman for sure. He has truly arrived.
It's trailed by 3. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Some changes. Porter's checked in for Gary Trent, and Anthony subbed in for MP. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella. Some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Trent comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Evans in for Porter. Houston also making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Capella. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Kevin Durant. And Shepard subbed in for Aaron Holiday. Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Evans out there with Anthony. And it's Trent in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Beasley with it. Now Anthony defending. Finney-Smith passes to Shepard. And the rejection by MP.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Shepard, and finished off by Shepard.
He is a really good athlete. Give Shepard a launching pad.
To the lane. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got 10.
I really like how he's playing tonight, taking good, smart shots, playing his game.
No one near Shepard as he lets it go. No good on the 3. And that's Evans penetrating. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, with his ability to space the floor, Beasley adds a strong dimension to his team's offense.
And before last season, Ime Udoka turned heads when he said the Rockets, Clark, had playoff aspirations.
Well, kudos to Ime Udoka. I mean, very few people believe they would make the playoffs in the stacked Western Conference, and no one saw them finishing as a 2 seed. They didn't meet expectations. They exceeded them.
Rockets trail by 18. Shepard with the ball. Over Evans, and the rejection by Evans. Going inside, and MP throws it down hard.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that arm. What a night he's had.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Some changes here for the Bucks. Turner comes in for Bobby Portis, and Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Cole Anthony. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tari Eason's checked in for Jabari Smith. Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. VanVleet can't get it to go. Milwaukee leading by 20. Down low, here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
What athleticism from Turner. My goodness. He loves getting chances to throw it down like that.
VanVleet looking around. Shoots the three. Hits the three-point bomb. VanVleet's got 8 points.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And a deep three from MP. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 17-foot shot on the way. A nice shot by KD. He's got 7.
I don't think KD's mid-range game gets enough recognition. I mean, if he has any kind of space, that mid-range shot is like a layup for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Kicks it out to VanVleet. Fires from the line. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Turner. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Evans has got 6 assists now in the game. And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back to you.
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. VanVleet wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 23. Trent finds Evans. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The shot by Turner, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here's VanVleet from the arc.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Giannis passes to Turner. Evans outside. Pass to Trent. And Turner kicks to Kuzma. Over Durant. Stolen by Thompson. And so it's Milwaukee in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break.
I'll tell you one thing. They're going to keep going inside until the defense proves it can slow them down.
Shaq, why are you crying?
Leave me alone. This is you. Help me with the word, Ernie. This is...
Well, to me, it seems euphoric.
Yeah, that's the word I was thinking, Ernie. Why?
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. And we got a question here from Christo at Point.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, one that doesn't get talked about enough. Length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt, and that wing position. Feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
So on the floor for Houston, a perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant. Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Out to Thompson from the arc, and he's good on the 3 ball. Thompson's got 5.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Amon will blow right by you.
Giannis high post. Kuzma finds Trent. Now here's MP, covered by Van Vliet. Here's Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 9 points in the game so far.
Getting his team the best shot on the floor. Amen Thompson feeds a ready shooter that time.
To the inside. Evans, that's a 2-pointer. Hits the outside fadeaway. MP's got 19 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
With the drive, and Evans throws it down.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10+ seasons. MP taking flight.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
A 3 from MP. Connects from 3-point range. Evans has got 7 points for the quarter.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in 3-point percentage last year. Bucks number 1.
They went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
For 3, Van Vliet.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
To the paint. Antetokounmpo with the steal. From deep, Trent. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 9 assists in the game. Great passer. And KD's got the ball here for the Houston Rockets. Now a timeout called by Houston. The great Giannis Antetokounmpo, Clark, winning that 2021 title felt like the final hurdle for him.
Yeah, I think it was a capstone achievement. It was the one thing he hadn't done. I mean, he won back-to-back MVPs in his mid-20s. He was already a Defensive Player of the Year award winner, too. The Larry O'Brien Trophy was the last piece in the puzzle of a future Hall of Famer.
Van Vliet outside. Outside Durant. Here's the 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Milwaukee's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. And it's Evans missing. Rockets have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Rockets with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter.
you know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Şengün finds Eason. Houston moving the ball around. Another miss by Houston.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
The three from MP. Evans can't get that one to fall. The Rockets shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter three. Thompson. Here's Van Vliet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got 10 points.
You can't play off of Van Vliet too much because he'll burn you off the catch and shoot.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And then for Houston, Smith comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Malik Beasley in for Fred Van Vliet. Rockets have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Wasted no time on that one. Durant's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
That's now his second three-pointer of the half and his third of the night.
And here's MP for three. Şengün with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
That kind of deficit, I think they're going about it the right way. I mean, they've got to get aggressive on defense. They need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at it, get to the rack.
And powering it home against a 12-0 run by the Rockets.
Thompson dishes to KD. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Durant. And it's 9 points from Amen Thompson. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. And here's MP for three. Drains the three-pointer. And the Bucks lead by 19.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Prince. Trent's checked in for Porter. And MP subbed in for Cole Anthony. The Rockets also changing it up. Şengün's checked in for Clint Capella. Kevin Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Aaron Holiday. Rockets trail by 20. The small and power forwards are Kuzma and Antetokounmpo. Gary Trent is out there with MP. And it's Turner in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And here's Evans outside. It's good on the putback.
Boy, extra effort by Giannis, the multi-time MVP. He's just built a little differently.
Houston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth.
He managed to knock down one triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
And here's Evans outside, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
He's been terrific off.
For Houston, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. No good from Beasley.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially.
Good cut by MP there. Love that aggressive approach.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. No good from Beasley.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
The Looking to end the run. Sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, they have finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Milwaukee leading by 21. From deep, Evans. It's rebounded by Houston. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Thompson outside. Some nice passing there by Houston. Fires the 3. It's good!
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he's stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And he hits from 17.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
MP outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Malik Beasley. Now Eason. KD looking around. Pocket 6. Fred VanVleet. Crane from outside.
Well, you can rely on Durant to do it all. I mean, he'll produce on his own, but he also works really hard to find his team shots as well.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bucks.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
The way he saw the floor was quite special. I mean, he served up a ton of room service dimes.
MP and another 3 for Milwaukee.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Durant. Oh, the dunk! Now Evans. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he can't jam it home. He is denied. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch! MP against VanVleet. And he gets that one to go. And stolen by Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations on the win, MP. You led by example tonight, finishing with a double-double. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's not something I'm thinking about while the game is happening. It's just reading the game and looking for my spots, places where I can make a positive impact, you know? Wherever that happens to be, but you always love to see a double-double. Feels good to fill up the stat sheet.
I'll bet. Congrats, MP.
Appreciate it.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.